Alrighty guys, welcome on back to some more Star Ocean, the second story R. Last episode, we began the post-game, where we got to show off the different endings, as well as the fact that there are 99 of them, as well as going around the world, completing the couple of guild missions we had left over, as well as going through all the raid bosses and a few of the refights with the 10 wise men. And so, in this episode, we're going to tackle the biggest part of the post-game, the Maze of Tribulations. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, the maze is directly below us, but before that, there's a couple things I want to do. I think we can max out our super specialties here. So let's go ahead and just start with remaking. We need to get replication up to level 15. We can go ahead and start with Rena here because replication is just this single skill. And then we'll just go over to Welch here. And there we go. That's remaking level 10. Contraband, we need pickpocket level 15. Go ahead and just start with you. Get that maxed. Go up to poker face. Get that maxed. And contraband, still a little bit short. Go ahead and just see who has the most. Looks like Noel, you're a good option. Go ahead and crank up Courage. And then crank up Poker Face. And there we go. And then finally, we need Master Chef and Orchestra. So let's go ahead and do Cooking. Rena, see how high we can get on Cooking for you. I know there's another Cooking here somewhere. What was the other Cooking? Right here. Nope, there's a third Cooking right there. And still need it to be a little bit higher. Go ahead and do Bowman for Cooking. Max that skill. Max this skill. And Recipe. There we go. Then Orchestra is just music, so we can kind of just do anybody who has high SP. Where is music? Is it just these two? Yeah, okay. There we go. Level 9, so spend a little bit more. And there we go. That is all super specialties, meaning we officially have maxed out every single skill with at least one character. And we can claim our SP in full here. And there we go. So, with that done, I recommend you have a save before entering here. Let's go ahead and start by grabbing, I believe this is our final unique spot in the game. Pyramid Amidst the Sands, an impossible to miss ancient structure that rises sharply from the surrounding desert. No one knows who made it or why, but it is said that a being from the heavens awaits those who dare visit. And I think we can actually check that here in database unique spots. I missed 34. Where is that one? I can't believe we missed it. Let me see if I can show that off real quick before we move on. Because that's kind of sad we weren't able to go there yet. I do wish we could fast travel straight to Need, but this is going to be back on Energy Need. So back here in Energy Need, we're going to go to the mayor's office, and we're going to see if we can use this teleporter again. Yes, we can. Perfect. This is going to bring us back to the Outer Gardens, which is where we started everything here in Energy Need. And I must have walked right past it. Maybe I went too wide while I was here, but I mean, it's really tough to miss. It's just right here. Otherworldly Garden, a place so mystical and rich in natural plant life, it seems almost like heaven. The product of millions of years in a special setting, isolated from civilization and non-native species. And there we go. That is officially all of the unique spots in the game. All right, let's go ahead and head back to our pyramid. All right, with that detour done, let's go ahead and finally enter the dungeon. This is the Maze of Tribulations. I wonder if these are the mysterious ruins we heard about in Arlia. It's really a mysterious place. It feels like something unexpected is going to happen. Let's be careful. So, the Maze of Tribulations, a very difficult dungeon composed of 13 floors. All manner of tricks and deadly foes await. Make sure you are fully prepared with a high-level party and good equipment before embarking on this challenge. So, essentially, we will be slowly making our way down into the dungeon. There are 13 floors, and there are no healing spots anywhere along the way. On top of that, I believe anytime you come back here to the entrance, you will have to make your way all the way back down through all of them. Autosave will not work while you're in the dungeon. If you want to save, go to a save location, save manually. But again, I think there's only this save spot. I don't think there's a save spot anywhere else in the dungeon. So make sure you're saved. Whenever you're ready, let's get to it. Just up north, we're going to find a chest with a nectar in it. Then we're going to make our way east. Now, here's a quick reminder of how strong we are. Oh, the enemies are green. Oh, that is amazing. They're not going to stay green. I can promise you that. I believe the enemies go up to around level 200 in this dungeon. But it will at least let us get a couple of quick kills as we make our way through here, leading to some pretty easy grinding or level farming in the early stages here, since we won't have to worry about fighting every enemy. Go ahead and head down here and over to the right. Try to get these bodyguard procs as much as possible. Find our next chest with some nuclear bombs. Then head back into the main hallway. Please get the bodyguard. There we go. You'll also notice there actually aren't a lot of enemies in here. That's because the enemies are really strong. So they didn't want to just flood you with them. Right, there's a tri-emblem. Tri-emblems are actually used in some of the best crafting recipes in the game. Fortunately for us, most of these strategies we utilize, we don't have to use anything besides bloody armor. There's a wonder drug and a sirloin right there. Wrap over here to the left side. I'm just going to swing down here, see my bodyguard will proc on this guy. Man, I guess not. And right there's a lever we can flip. Raise the lever. Sure. That's going to lead us to the boss fight. But first, go ahead and head over here to the left. Blow that guy up. Oh, there's another one. We're going to make our way all the way up north through this room where you could get into some chain battles if you wanted to. Chain battles in here are going to be really nice, but unfortunately when they're green enemies, not as nice. Then over here on the right is actually the entrance to the dungeon. So if you keep going that way, you'll be back at the entrance. You could have gone left or right in order to get here, but we can go ahead, swing in here real quick. Get a couple of free kills. And then tucked away right here is our final chest of this floor with 5 blueberries. Yeah, not really worth it, huh? So a lot of the items we're going to be fighting here, there are definitely some good ones, and some people have their strongest weapons in here as opposed to the raid bosses that we were fighting. But other items are just going to be blueberries because they intend for you to use them in crafting recipes at this point. But with that taken care of, go ahead and run down here. Now, one thing I'm going to say, I have to get rid of this. I can just throw... Well, so he's the problem. He's doing fire elemental attack, and there's going to be an enemy in here that is going to be completely resistant to fire. But Eterna, I need to go ahead and re-roll because I need to get rid of this fire ability. So let's go ahead and go to remake Eterna. And where's my, like... I know it's in here somewhere. My, like, free remake thing. I just can never remember what it's called. Is it the Philosopher's Stone? No. And it's not like... Oh, there it is. The Recreation Gem only gives me a 60% chance. Versus a 50%? That's crazy. But I do have to reroll something here, so... Let me just see what I want to add here. Let's just do a longsword... A longsword, a flame sword, and then I need anything to increase that. Sure, rune metal looks good to me.
We can handle this.
And we get paralysis, fine by me. And then we will go ahead and reroll something on his weapon as well. Let's see. Anything worth using here? Probably just a rune metal again. Do I have the recreation gem? Only a 60%, but we'll go ahead and throw that on. Where's my rune metal? We'll use a rainbow diamond because that's cheaper. Long sword. And another long sword.
I'll need to do my best.
The last damage received is added to the next damage inflicted. Not great, but honestly, we will use it for the time being. We now have only fire elemental damage on him. And unfortunately, let's just go ahead and swap that over to Gemini. That way, we're not losing all the damage from him. And here we go, our first boss of this area. Welcome to the Maze of Tribulations. You will need considerable strength and bravery to survive the path ahead of you. Defeat me and you shall know that you are ready to challenge this maze. Now, let us begin.
We're winning this one.
There we go. So these guys are the enemies, these Phantom Knights. They're immune to fire damage. Dark Enchantress actually isn't immune to anything. So feel free to do whatever you need to the Dark Enchantress. We'll go ahead and try to use all of our abilities here. You're going to see these enemies have a lot of HP. Unfortunately for them, it doesn't really matter whenever you can just not take damage from them. I do wish they would focus on this guy right here. I think we just forced him. There we go. We got a chain break. And this should finish her off any second now. Fortunately, we do have the miss thing where, like, we're going to miss a lot of attacks, but because we can heal, not too many issues there. There we go. That is the first enemy defeated, and you actually don't get that much XP from these fights. This is not the best way to grind. The best way to grind is actually much later. But go ahead and get out of this. You have successfully bested me. You are now ready to advance to the next floor. And we get some bunny shoes. We already had some, but cool. Take some more. And now we will advance down to the next floor. So, before we do anything, go ahead and read this. Milena revealed her feelings for Luke one day, beginning a sweet love affair that not even Philia was able to destroy. Lloyd only had eyes for the solitary girl, but Yuffie was secretly in love with Lloyd, sharing price for love that would never be. Only Sistina stood alone, staring out into oblivion. I will essentially be showing you guys what to do there, but go ahead and start by running over here to the right. Essentially, we have to turn statues to face certain directions based off that little puzzle we got there. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of a Resident Evil puzzle. There's a resurrection mist. Nobody wants to blow it up? Cool. Okay. Swing over here to the right. We're actually have to come back here later, so we'll just go south first. Get some pops here, maybe. There we go. And right up here is our first chest, or second chest, with organic vegetables. There's only 3 chests on this floor. And then we'll go ahead and head over here to the right. See if Bodyguard will apply there. Nope, they're not going to chase after it. You can kind of tell because they'll like fully change their attack pattern to run straight for the enemy if they're going to blow it up. Right here we have our first statue. This is going to be Lloyd. We're going to go ahead and rotate it to the west. And then head over here. And this is going to be Sistina. We're going to rotate her to the north. Essentially, it was like Sistina looks towards nobody. Lloyd only has eyes for Sistina. So you have to point the statues facing like the people that they talked about. And if you don't know the answer, it takes a while to go through all these different people. This one is Yuffie. We actually just want to keep her facing north. And then see if we can pop this one. Please, guys. Please. I don't want to waste any MP. Oh, that sucks.
Shouldn't you be running?
I don't want to waste my MP on basic enemies. If you get level ups, it's okay. But if you don't, these regular enemy fights can just like tear through your MP. especially when Claude isn't really doing that much damage, unfortunately. You really do have to rely on these AoE attacks. And you'll notice I don't think we'll get a level from these enemies either.
Sorry for the trouble. That was tough.
Nope. Oh, yeah, Noelle got one. The only person that really needed one. I do want to check something. It's going to be risky. Are we at... If I take this off... No! It was risky. What I'm going to do, though, is I think I'm just going to throw on double reduction here. You have 100% decrease to MP. It does suck a little bit, but it's going to be better whenever we hit that max MP threshold. This is Philia. We're going to go ahead and rotate her west. And then this one is Melina. We're going to go ahead and rotate her north. Good thing Bodyguard activated there. See if we can get any more in this room. Nope. This is going to be Luke. Luke, we're going to rotate south. And there's only one more. All the way over here. Please pop that one. Okay. We can go ahead and swap his back to the Suin and Gian. Right here's our last chest, the reflecting plate. Nope, don't equip to anybody right now. And all the way over here on the right, it's actually the first person mentioned in that story, I believe. This is Sharon. We're going to rotate Sharon to the east. That will complete the puzzle. You heard that little chime, meaning the door to the boss room should now be opened. As long as the enemies are still green, you probably don't need to go out of your way to go back and save at the first floor. But just be careful, because if you get caught in a fight you can't beat, you will have to load the save. So, you intend to challenge me to a duel? This is Blood Gerald. Not really a fight. Special arts are suppressed, so we get in trouble if we run into an enemy who won't let us use spells. Go ahead and use this AoE attack real quick. And because we're doing so much damage, we can actually... Ooh, Glad Fairy Light applied right there. We got the break there. I was actually about to use my stun again, but definitely don't need to here. Go away. Just punch him till he dies. Come on. I'm actually looking at my MP. I don't think the double stacked 50% cost is actually applying.
Whatever.
Which really sucks. Because that means this is actually the most MP you can cut. Well done. You have defeated me. You may move on to the next level. And we get the Seraphic Robe, which we're going to give to nobody. Man, this could have been really cool. I got to go refine the thing that gives me 100%. Yeah, super easy, actually. There we go. Max MP plus 100%. Now, go ahead. If you want to, you can read this. The fruits of love's labor shall only bloom between the gazes of the true lovers. Wait. Gazes of the two true lovers? So this is a fun one, because now that we've beat it, we can actually run back. And between Luke and I believe Melina... Is it Luke and Melina? Yeah, there should actually be a new chest for us. Can we actually view that if we were to, like... no, you can't view it. But I think you might be able to just, like, click A on the ground. No, you can see right there, it's a question mark. That doesn't appear on the, like, world map screen. Right here, we get a Star Guard Plus, which is a pretty good shield. Fortunately, none of my current characters can utilize it, so with that, let's go ahead and head back up, make our way to the 3rd floor, the one-way cave. Each of these floors does have like a little shtick to it. Floor 1 was just, are you strong enough to take on the Maze of Tribulations? Floor 2 was turning the statues so that way the lovers face each other. And the one-way cave, as I'm sure you can guess, means you can only go one direction. So, go ahead and read this. 16 tiles here shall shine along your trail. Essentially, we can go ahead and go north up here. And I believe... yeah, so you'll see there it turned off. I believe that means you failed. Essentially, you have to hit all the rooms. So you need to go up, to the right, down, left, up, and then back down, which will be this room right here. And it'll open up, but because we failed, I think we need to reset the floor. So let's go up real quick. And back down. It's actually not that hard. You just have to hit all of the rooms at least once without like retracing your steps. So go ahead and head up. And then I think there's actually a bait room. I don't think you... no, we do want to go in here. Who? I thought I almost went to the right there. And then we'll go to the right, and then we're going to go basically all the way down from here. Right here is our first chest with a sirloin. There actually are better chests, I promise. I just think they're much lower. I believe Bowman and Welch's best weapons. I know Welch's is for sure. But I think Bowman's best weapon is in this dungeon as well. Go ahead and grab that. Come all the way down. We got some more chests to grab in here. Right here is a Wonder Drug. And right here is a Dream Crown. And then we're going to head all the way to the left corner this time. Honestly, I feel like this is much less of a puzzle than some of the other puzzles in this game. Because you really just have to make a big... you have to just step in each room once, which is just like trace the edges and then go to the center. Here's our next chest with a nectar in it. And then we'll go all the way up, making sure to grab some chests that'll be on our right, right up here. Get rid of this elite enemy. Perfect. Thought we kept training on as well. Ooh, Ring of Lightspeed. Is so that way when we're getting these just like regular pops, I think we still get more XP from it. But unless we're fighting enemies that like are stronger than us, keeping train on our entire team is just better. And from here, we'll head back down. Grabbing our last chest on this floor with a Sylvan Mail in it. Run up here. See if Bodyguard will apply. Yes, it does. See if we can get this Bodyguard. Perfect. And come right here to complete the challenge. And then step inside here. And there we go. The door opens and we have our next boss up ahead, who is not weak to anything. Hey, good job on solving this level's puzzle. Hope you're ready for one final problem.
Let's go,
Yeah, here we go. Just some basic of these guys, the like clock guys who I think... well, this is a problem for me. It's not like a long-term problem, but it was an immediate problem. They can freeze your characters, which is why I was like, I think if you keep your characters topped up on HP, I think you'll be fine. And honestly, if you have too much trouble, you can just set a heal for like Rena as your action command, and you'll be totally fine. And there we go. That's boss defeated. 3 Dreamcasters.
Whatever.
And a level up for DS. Hey, good job. I'll have to give you full marks for that performance. And we get a magic gumdrop. And let's go ahead and head on down to the 4th floor. So, in this floor, we can actually talk to this person. I've heard there's a powerful god of war somewhere on this floor. Scary, ain't it? Yeah, sure, buddy. And we'll head up. And then there's actually, the whole gimmick of this is that there are illusion walls that you can just kind of walk through around this floor. That's a nectar right there. That is actually how you have to get the switch to open the boss door, is by walking through an illusioned wall. And if you don't know that, you can just kind of get stuck here. It doesn't give you any indication, I don't think, anywhere that some of these walls are illusions. But either way, go ahead and head over here. And grab this for an onyx earring. See if we can blow that enemy up. I guess not. Over all the way to the left is actually the boss room. I don't think this is a boss, despite it seeming like it might be. Up here is a chest with a mallet charm. That is actually a new nullify stun. Okay, I was like, that's new for us. And then we'll go ahead and head over here to the right. We'll go south first. Please blow that enemy up. It's an elite. Okay, nobody wants to. Right here is an organic vegetables. And then finally, we have all of these chests with weapon. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Hey, they're all going to be weapon. So just grab all of these, and then we're actually going to go ahead and decrypt all of them. That's a machine. That's a machine. The rest are weapons. And then, when you're ready, you can go ahead and head into appraising. And who has the skill? Actually, nobody has the skill, but I don't think it matters. We picked up these weapons, so this is a problem, though. So we got a ton of weapons, and only one of these. So one of them is Welch's best weapon. And the others aren't. So, Stingy Sword. Let me quickly do Orchestra. Perform. Okay, I think... I think that'll work. We essentially want to try to appraise all of these until we get... That's for Priestess. That's for Opera, I believe. Most of these are not good. But we aren't using all of our spectrals, which is nice. Come on. Where are you? Dull Blade. A Rod. Yeah, really bad guns for this late. And we have to go through like 16 of them to find that one that we need. There we go. Gutsy handy stick. And here is the exact reason why I picked Welch. Attacks always hit if there is one male party member. Negate stagger if there are two male party members. Attack plus 3,000 if there are 3 or more male party members. Yep. Welch just became, I believe, our strongest attacker as long as she's in a party with 3 or more male characters. I do believe, because it says 3 or more, this means just like these guys count. Like, I don't think she has to be on our team actually. But there's no reason not to, because if we look, if we take off, well, it'll make it a little bit easier. And I'm sorry to say, Claude, unfortunately, other than his additional attacks during normal attacks, he is your weakest attacker at this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to give her the... I don't think I want to give her Shadow Cross. We're going to give her... honestly, doubling attack might be even crazier. But let's just open with +2 attack hits. And then anything that increases attack power again. I mean, getting more attacks is nice, but what does everybody else have on? Where's my Ring of Mights? Isn't that what they're called? Oh. Where's another double attack? which is better than 50% attack. There we go. Welch is now at 5,000 attack. We can go ahead and give her... Oh, no. No! She can't equip Bloody... No, hold on. I'm sorting by the wrong thing. She has to be able to have this. Right? No way. No, she can't equip Bloody Armor. Why am I not seeing it here? Okay, there we go. She gets the Bloody Armor. Do I have anything else that can increase my attack at all? I don't think so. Nothing here either. All right, Welch. Well, welcome to the team. We can go ahead and... Sorry to say it, Claude. You've been overpowered. And now, let's go ahead and make sure we upgrade Welch. Starting with surpass damage limit. And then grab that. Randomly boosts attack power. And then there's another one, right? No, that's all of them. We'll do ignores enemy defense while attacking. Randomly guaranteed to hit no matter what. Randomly boost defense doesn't matter. I guess evade. Yeah, Welch just became a monster. If that wasn't apparent. And because we have so much BP, I believe that means we can actually max out everybody. All of our melee characters. Yep. That's exactly what that means. How do I... Just want to make sure everybody's was on. Yes, it is. Guard break. Feint. Body control. Godspeed. Breaker. Backstab. And heavy hitter. Ooh, can't quite get it on DS. But there we go. Welch is an absolute monster now. And in fact, I actually want to disable... I think... I'd like for her never to use that. So I think what I have to do is go in here. Because I don't want her to use slap and I don't want her to use flick. But there we go. Welch is officially online. Now, I would recommend saving your game very soon if you are using Welch. Because, you know, that took some time there. And we don't want to have to run through this entire dungeon again. Do all those decryptions. Get lucky with our spectacles and all that stuff. But tucked away right up here is another chest with a seraphic garb, equipped to no one. I'm very excited to see how she performs. It's crazy. That's why we went with a male party with Welch. I actually didn't know how big of an increase it would be. I thought attack would increase more and more the more male party members you have, which means I think it's very difficult to get less than 3 male party members. But because we have Diaz, Ashton, and Noelle here, that covers our healing because Noelle's the only male healing character, as well as 2 physical male party members. So, really solid. You could swap Ashton out for Bowman if you wanted to, but honestly, I like what Ashton's been doing, the kind of damage he can pump out. You can see, Welch, I want to see how much damage she's doing. It's like 7,000 with a single attack. Which isn't as much as Diaz, just because Diaz has higher damage, but it is higher than Ashton, so very fun. And it's a level up for Diaz. And with that switch flipped, you now can actually go fight the boss. However, there's one other thing we can do right up here. So this is a very interesting thing. Essentially, what you have to do is you have to meet the Lady of the Dance. You want to have a character that has music all the way up and have the talent Rhythm Sense. So let me see if any of my characters have Rhythm Sense. I don't know if any of them do, unfortunately. Diaz does. So does Bowman. Okay, Diaz, Bowman, and Claude all have it. The problem is, what is their music? Oh, Diaz, it does have it. He is a level 10 music player. This is amazing. I didn't plan this. We'll go ahead and I don't know if you have to be playing as him, but we'll swap over to him just in case. Who are you? I control all that music is composed of. Pray, play me a famous melody that may warm the depths of my soul. Who should perform? It has to be a person with rhythm sense and level 10 music, so let's make it Dias. If it is for a god, then it might be worth performing. What a wonderful melody. Perhaps you may be able to play this instrument. And we get the mystical shamisen. Farewell. I believe that lets you play the final types of music. We can actually just go check real quick. Swap back over to Noel. If we go over to music, compose with the mystical shamisen. You composed a hidden power. Which is the enhancement level of a special arts and symbology will be at max. So, pretty interesting. But with that, I knew fast travel was disabled. I want to go save. All right, I went ahead and ran back and saved. You do have to manually run because fast travel is disabled. So I had to run all the way back to the first floor. It actually doesn't take that long because, like, to get from this floor to the first floor takes like 30 seconds. Then you have to run all the way back around. So back up here, we're going to go ahead and take this left path now that the way open is unlocked. Try to get some bodyguard procs as we're running through here. Perfect. And right up here will be our next boss fight through this invisible wall. Intruder alert. Failed to detect authorization code. Subjects identified as enemies. Elimination protocol initiated. Proceeding with elimination.
Don't get him.
Yeah, okay. One singular guy. This is the Mirai 32. He doesn't really do much. I think he is a glass cannon. I think he technically does more damage to you. It doesn't matter for us.
This is kind of annoying after all.
Entrance requirements cleared. You may now enter. You may now enter. You may now enter. So, we're going to go ahead and head down. And this area is interesting because you have to see a series of events in a specific order. So we're going to go ahead and start by heading over here, hoping not a single bodyguard activation. Okay. Get a refreshing syrup. And then a ring of light speed. Oh, avoid that. And up here will be our first event we have to see. So you're back. Perfect. I can finally avenge the humiliation I suffered a few months ago. You're... this is Huffy. Huh? Have we ever met? No, but I just seem to know your name for some reason. Okay, well, now that you're here... I've got a question for you. What do you usually associate with a pretty lady like me? Beasts. That's right! Beauty and the Beast! Well done, guys! Uh-huh. We get attacked by an enemy. Beauties have the power to control beasts, so I thought, why perform imaginary battles when you can have the real thing? So this enemy is the Phantom Salamander, but you're only going to be dealing 1 damage to it. However, it will allow you to escape. Flee from battles after a certain amount of time elapses. Controlled attempting character cannot be controlled. Escaping forfeits any full or XP earned in the battle. We've never had to do this before, but you have to do this. Even if you get the break, you will not kill this enemy. I think I've punished you enough for now, but we'll be back, seeing as I have the key to the next floor. We've talked about Puffy when she appeared in the food eating contest. She's like a recurring villain throughout the series, kind of like Welch is in a lot of the games. What was that monster? Nothing seemed to work against it. So, nice little callback if you have played other Star Ocean games. I'm not familiar with Puffy in the, like, one other Star Ocean game I beat, but I might have saw her and just didn't notice. She also might be a post-game exclusive enemy, and I did not do the post-game of the other Star Ocean game I played. There we go, have bodyguard apply there. And what we're going to do is we're going to run all the way to the right. Please, there we go. And we will loop back and get the chests we're missing, but we're going to go ahead and view the next event. So grab this Wonder Drug. And then there'll be one more chest we can get before the event happens. Ooh, they're going to not blow up one of these enemies in these small hallways. I'm going to have to fight my way through it. You saw how much well, got lucky. You saw how much MP it takes to fight these basic enemies. Here's a chest with another seraphic garb equipped to no one. And go ahead and head south. Blow up these enemies as we run through here. And in here will be our next event. Right down here. Help! Someone's in danger. This all feels familiar. Let's help her. And these are the Dreamcasters once again. There's nothing new about them. They can stop you, so just be careful. Try to stop them before they stop you. Unfortunately, I did fail that there, but that's okay. Might need to use an item to survive this. Oh, there we go. You were able to heal. Just in time we got the breaks. Amazing. And there we go.
Not too strong, not too weak. Just right.
And a good amount of XP from it. What, you think I owe you or something? What's this? We get the Phantom Slayer. Now, the Phantom Slayer is a unique weapon, and we've actually seen something like it before. You might remember the Scumbag Slayer instantly kills all enemies with scum in their name. Well, there's also, and we might have to throw it on Rena, there is the Phantom Slayer, a weapon capable of instantly killing phantom monsters and converting some of the inflicted damage into HP. Instantly kill all enemies with Phantom in their name, converts 50% of damage inflicted to HP. Now, you might remember, we'll actually give this to... it doesn't actually change anything there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just equip it on Bowman. You might remember the name of that boss enemy we ran into, the Phantom Salamander. Yeah, so that's going to be the boss of this area, and the whole gimmick is that in order to beat the boss, you had to do these events in order to have her drop the weapon that you actually need to beat it. So go ahead and head over here to the left first. And another little phantom doorway there. Right there is a nectar and another fairy ring. Solid equipment all around. And then we'll go up and north, grab our final chest, and then we're going to go back to the entrance of this floor in order to fight the salamander enemy. Make sure you throw on the party member that can defeat it. If not, I believe you just have to lose and retry the fight. The good news is you will always have Rena, even if you don't recruit Bowman or, I guess it's just Bowman. I think one other character can equip it. But if you didn't recruit Bowman, then you will always have Rena no matter if you play as Claude or Rena. So go ahead and we will just swap. It doesn't actually matter because we're going to one-shot this guy. So swap over to playing as Bowman. swing down here. And let's give Bowman his time to shine, shall we? Come here, you phantom salamander. There it is. This time, we can beat it. As long as Bowman hits first and doesn't die, you immediately get the kill.
I love mowing them down like this.
We get the Orb of Fire. I don't actually know if the Orb of Fire does anything. Let me go ahead and swap back over. That might just be used for this area. I guess we can just go to here. Yeah, that might just be used for here. But either way, let's go ahead and head to the exit, which unfortunately is not here. We actually have to run all the way around. We might use it to get off this floor. We have to run all the way over here in order to get there. The next floor is actually going to have the scum enemies, our very first time, I believe, seeing them, which means we are going to want to throw on the Scum Slayer on all of our characters and just have them go crazy. I think we have 2 Scum Slayers now. I believe we got one from the original quest, and then I think we picked one up off of an enemy. But go ahead and head south this time. That's why we didn't explore this way earlier. And right over here, we should be able to investigate. I think we can use the orb we got from that monster. Okay, so this is how we get out. There we go. Opens the way forward. And down we go to number 6, the Den of Thieves. So, from here, go ahead and be careful, but head north. I do kind of want to show off scum enemies, but like, if we're just blowing them all up, there really isn't a reason to fight them. If you are fighting the enemies, though, not this room. I'll show the room where there will be all... Oh, actually, I think they're the question marks. Just to be safe, because I don't know if it's going to make us. Who all can throw on the Scum Blade? Everybody can throw on the Scumbag Slayer. Where is it here, though? There we go. Go ahead and throw that on you and throw it on you as well. Just in case we do have to fight these guys. Right, there's a Dream Crown. Just like the Phantom Knuckles we got, which we can just keep on Bowman. They will one-shot the Scum enemies, and I think Scum enemies take 1 damage otherwise, just like the Phantom enemies. Right there is 5 antidotes. And now, let's see what we're going to be fighting, shall we? Yep, these are scum enemies. So, go ahead and swap control to whoever has a Scum Blade. DS. Thieving scum are carved into the stone. Don't they attack me? Hello, Santa the Traveling Salesman. So Santa's boots are nuts. Chance to obtain items when staying at inns. These are just crazy, and you can, like, roll insane things. You also have Jewel of the Frog, which lets you immediately escape from the Maze of Tribulations. Use Group Appraising if you can. And honestly, this is your chance. You won't get a better option than right now in post-game. Luxury grape juices. Just sell them. And then, honestly, man, grab us. I'm still too broke. Well, we get Jewel of the Frog. We can grab one of these. Santa's boots are so fun. Chance to obtain items when staying at inns. You don't stay at inns very often, but you can roll some, like, weird items from it. Obviously, we don't need it, but it would have been cool. Do I not have to deal with any of the scum enemies? Maybe it's just these regular enemies are the scum enemies. But we have to interact with this one in order to get to the boss. Yeah, I guess these are just what they would look like if we fought these enemies right here. Honestly, let me just get into a fight real quick.
Let's give this all we got.
Kind of a
Oh, well, this is a problem. because I don't do damage with anybody else. So that's fun. This is not a scum enemy, unfortunately. I really thought it would be. Good thing we're still doing like 700 damage, because even a sword with 1 damage will do damage when you have such a high attack stat. And then there's Welch, who just destroys here, but come on. Get rid of the bunny. There we go.
Well, that felt nice.
I suppose I might as well enjoy this.
Okay, what I want to do real quick is I want to see... I might want to turn Bodyguard off. I want to fight the elite enemy on this floor. That was actually a metal scum enemy right there, because we got so much XP. Let me go ahead and reset this floor. I don't remember where I saw the elite enemy, but there's an elite enemy in here, which is like the best way to get XP in the entire game. With our XP multiplier and training on, we can get like a ton of XP. I actually think this is the best way until you're ready to fight the like second to last post-game boss. But I know for 281,000 XP there. But there is an enemy here. We should be able to just like blitz down. I have to see it before my bodyguard activates. I think he's in this room, right? That's a regular enemy. These are all regular enemies, so we don't need to worry about you guys. And honestly, bodyguard is just an easy way to level up, because you're killing enemies here. There's a chance that some of these enemies are the enemies that give you a ton of XP. And if you get really lucky and get those to trigger here, bodyguard will still give you the same amount of XP as if you killed it normally. Not an elite here, but let's see. Bodyguard will trigger. Perfect. Basically, if you get like over 100,000, that means you got one of the rare enemies. I think it's you, isn't it? Oh, you're regular. There's like a guaranteed elite spawn here. Yep, there it is. Okay. Turn off bodyguard. Off. You're kidding me, Noel. You really just popped it? Okay, well, let me go ahead and do this one more time. Get back here. I didn't think bodyguard... I didn't realize that it would it would still activate if it already activated, but let's go ahead and reset this place one more time. Okay, with bodyguard off, we can go ahead and we want to try to get the backstab here. Perfect. Ooh, I think it turned right at the end. We might not have got it. No, we got the back attack. What you're going to see here is you're going to see those metal enemies right there. Those are metal scum. What you want to do is you want to come in here, use an experience card to double XP earned in battle, run up here, and with your Scum Slayer on, you can one-shot all of those enemies. And with all of this on, you're going to get 1.3 million XP. Yep. With Train on, every person is going to get 622 experience, pretty much getting you 2 levels per fight, guaranteed. It is insane. And in fact, a lot of people recommend grinding until enemies are green on this floor in order to get it done, because this is guaranteed. That enemy right there specifically is guaranteed 3 metal scum enemies every time you fight it. Now, you can just find metal scum enemies, I believe, this point forward, but on this floor specifically, they can just kind of spawn in, like this guy right here could be a metal scum. And if you have bodyguard on, what I was saying was, if it is a metal scum there and you have bodyguard on, you will still get the kill like it was a metal scum. Only 16 XP from that guy. But the reason you want to get into the manual fight... Wow, we're really getting nothing. The reason you want to get into the manual fight is because you will be able to use that experience card and get the benefits of your battle bonus multiplier and train. So, with that done, let's go ahead and head up here to fight another boss. Huh? Who is this person? Arabia. Huh? This is Thieving Scum level 99. This guy will make you gradually lose HP, and he's level 99. He's really strong. However, you see he has scum in the name. Yep. Instant killed if you have the Scumbag Slayer, which you should have at this point. This guy is not, though, so... ooh, I got really close. I was about to swap to heal. And yeah, really easy boss, as long as you have the Scumbag Slayer. Oh, damn. Yep. And we get another Scumbag Slayer. So now you have 3. You could run all 3 melee characters. You could run 3 of your 4 party members, period, with the Scumbag Slayer on and just quickly grind things. Unfortunately, we're not going to do that because we don't really need to. Every enemy is already green, meaning there really isn't a reason to go past that. But yeah, really fun if you do want to just grind here. We can go ahead and grab that. Pose 1 song with music. Sure, we'll just grab that. And then defeat 5 enemies at once. We get a Mist Insignia. Have a character learn 60% of all battle skills. And find 300 treasure chests. I thought there was one for Scum, but I guess not. And let's see what that item was real quick. The Mist Insignia, int plus 10 MP. That's fine. Now, there's 2 ways forward. Over to the right is the way forward. However, over here on the left is a teleporter. And when you step in it, this will actually give you a teleporter back to the first floor of the Maze of Tribulations. And so, we are about halfway done. And with that, I think this is a good place to wind things down. In the next episode, we will begin the 7th floor of the Maze of Tribulations. I will see you guys then.